Friday night after a concert, my girlfriend and I joined a group of friends to grab a bite to eat at a local fast food joint. It was your typical mom and pop hole in the wall that had a B- rating proudly posted on the less than clean window, right beneath a sign that read, "We Delivery." Don't know why, but for some odd reason, it seems like places like these make the greatest fries, burgers, and anything else that might shave a few years off your life. Am I right? Anyhow, the place was pretty busy considering how late it was. It might have been around 2 or 3 in the morning. It was peppered with a diverse range of people. Among those were military guys, punk rockers, gang bangers, and regular nondescript semi-drunkards like those in my group. While it may sound like a recipe for disaster, everyone pretty much kept to their respective groups. If there's anything we all shared in common, it was that we wanted to eat, sober up, and be on our way. Anyone who is familiar with the area knows that you definitely didn't want to hang around any longer than you needed to. This little restaurant was situated in a crime-ridden city where homicides, carjackings, and muggings were all too common. Before stuffing my face, I wanted to relieve myself of all the beer I drank that night and wash my hands. So, I made my way to the restroom only to find it was out of order. I was like great because my only other options were to go outside and find a spot somewhere and not wash my hands or see if I could use the restroom at the gas station that was right across from the joint. I opted for the gas station. I obtained the key and off I went. After doing my business and cleaning up, I was about to exit the restroom when 2 men abruptly pushed me back in. They came out of nowhere. I had never seen them before and I was quite sure they weren't anybody eating at the same place I was. It quickly dawned on me that these two were just out to do no good that night and saw me enter the restroom by myself. I knew the situation was bad. I was alone, inebriated, and in a small space. These guys were big and appeared to be on something. Their eyes said it all. Before I could say anything, one of them pulled out a gun and shouted, "Give me your wallet." While handing it over, I said, "Take it, just please don't shoot me." Before I could finish my sentence, the other guy elbowed my face, dropping me to the ground. The guy with the gun clocked it back and aimed it at my head. I was pleading for my life. That's when he pulled the trigger, but he missed. He pulled the trigger again, hitting my arm. After the second shot, they took off. Since it was so late at night, the gunshots were easily heard by anyone within the immediate area. I suspected this as the gas attendant came rushing into the restroom finding me bleeding on the floor. Almost at the same time, the military guys came to help. One was telling me I was going to be alright while another one was fixing to put a tourniquet on my injured arm. Hearing the gunshots and seeing the ruckus, my girlfriend and friends came looking for me and to their horror, saw me in this state. My girlfriend got hysterical and friends were asking tons of questions. I can't even remember what exactly. I just knew I was shot, bleeding, and in a lot of pain, but I was also very lucky the robber was a bad aim because the first shot was meant for my head. After a couple of days I was released from the hospital. Thankfully I made a full and speedy recovery, but now I have an entry and exit scar on my arm that always reminds me of that traumatic night where I was shot at a gas station restroom. Unfortunately, those two guys have never been caught. Something tells me I wasn't their first victim nor will I be their last.